Hello, this is Dr. Mo Anderson, and welcome to my podcast. Thought I'd lighten it up a little bit today and talk about something that I think is kind of humorous. There's so much going on in the world right now, so much bad news. I thought I'd just, share some fun memories, something a little bit lighter. And what prompted this topic is I've been watching The Last Dance. It's a 10-part documentary about Michael Jordan and the Bulls' 1997 season. They were going for their sixth NBA title. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. It's well worth the watch. I'm not one who watches a lot of sports and definitely not a lot of sports documentaries, but that one is really, really good. And I think you'll leave with a different impression of some of your favorite NBA players. But like I said, it just kind of reminded me of some of the World Series and Super Bowls that I've watched. I kind of come along, later at finals, playoffs, Sweet 16. That's when I get into the sports watching super fan mode. And anyway, this happened in 1999. And I'm going out on a limb today to challenge what I believe is an archaic myth concerning the proper behavior of sports fans. It's a little scary crawling out on the end of this brittle twig just to espouse an opposing point of view, because I've been out here before and I fell off. Let me begin at the beginning. On this Sunday, one of the biggest sporting events of the year was taking place, Super Bowl XXXIII in Miami, in a now historic matchup between the Dirty Birds of Atlanta and the Broncos of Denver. So my family was hosting our annual Super Bowl party. I still have Super Bowl parties to this day. And we invited several friends over. And as usual, the room was evenly divided in loyalties. The Falcon fans, including myself, for Atlanta Falcons, we were sitting on one side of the room on a couch, on one side of the room, huddled up, with our jerseys and stuff. And the Bronco fans were assigned to the other side of the room, the side with the worst view of the television, it so happens. During the first quarter, my side was exuberant. The underdogs from down south Atlanta played well, and we Falcon fans were happy. We were talking noise, cheering, pulling on our jerseys. But in the second quarter, the tide began to shift a bit as the Broncos came charging back down the field under the direction of General Elway. Oh, it's a bad man. The game went into halftime with a big question mark over the final outcome. Just really couldn't say. Nobody was running away with it, right? Well, midway into the third quarter, it was clear to me that the Falcons were going to lose. Elway was bringing his boys back, running up the score, touchdown after touchdown. And as I am not a captain, I felt no compulsion to go down with that ship, so I changed teams in the middle of the game. Yeah, I did. I'm cheering for Denver now, I announced during a commercial break. And in hindsight, I probably should have told everyone my earth-shattering decision during the game, since the commercials were a lot more interesting than the game by this point. After a minute or two, my words sank in and all heck broke loose. "You can't do that, Mom!" my oldest son, Tony, yelled. "You can't change teams in the middle of the game." "Why?" It's un-American, Mom. You're supposed to have some loyalty to your team. You stand by them in good times and bad. You can't just abandon them every time they get down a few points." Everyone was looking at me and nodding in agreement with my son. You would think I had just set off the alarm at the entry to a jewelry store. "Look," I said, I just picked Atlanta to be nice. I've been cheering for the Rams all year, and it would have been a better game if they had played in it, in my opinion. I don't even know the Falcons. The running back's name is Anderson like mine, so I picked the Falcons. That was it. That's all I put into making that decision. Besides, Elway has such great teeth. Y'all know I'm a dentist. And if he wins, he'll be the NFL's oldest Super Bowl MVP winner. Oldest Super Bowl MVP winner. Isn't that? No, that wasn't a big deal to them at all. Their expressions didn't change. That was not a factor. But at least the Denver fans moved over when I was sent to the other side of the room to sit with them. In the end, though, guess what? My team won, and I was happy. Happy. Now, to be sure, if I was actually on a team, a sports team, or if I had a personal interest in the team, or even if it was an individual like Serena Williams, I'm not bailing on Serena in the middle of the match, then it might be a different story. I would fight. I would hang in there. I'd be loyal. But, professional sports is great. It's just like, though, it's like a stock or the Titanic. If it's sinking, I don't see why. I mean, to me, that just makes sense. If something's going down and you see something better, just analytically, wouldn't you change? Apparently not. Apparently not. That's just me out here on this limb. And you know what? Stephen A. Smith would probably tear me up, rip into me, him and Charles Barkley, if they ever happen to hear my very unique point of view regarding watching a Super Bowl championship. In fact, most people would, but you know what? That's okay. I sort of like it out here all by myself on a limb. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed that podcast, if it made you just smile just a little bit or even made you think, oh my gosh, she is so crazy. Who does that? Like, share, and comment. You know what to do. Have a good one, y'all.